Okay, thanks. Thanks, Priya.
Welcome.
Yeah. So, okay, I'll just repeat what I said. Okay. So, before initiating any requirements gathering session, so we have to do the stakeholder identification. Okay, and list down the who are the stakeholders and summarize that stakeholder. Okay, and just one liner to further reference, like this stakeholder will do this activity, this stakeholder will do this activity. That kind of information we have to summarize. Then we have to prepare a RACI matrix. RACI means R is responsible. So identify who stakeholder is responsible for that requirement. Okay, which stakeholder is accountable for that requirement, who can be consulted for that particular requirement, and who can be informed. Okay, so you have to prepare a matrix and plot the stakeholders in each activity or in each phase. Okay,
Yes.
so we'll see this with this an example. Okay, once we're done with the explanation. Okay, so okay, so RACI matrix, this is the role and this is the definition. Okay, responsible definition is does the work to complete the task. Okay, so if I'm asked if am I sending any task to a developer, that is his responsible to complete the task. Correct?
Yes.
Right. So RACI matrix is not only for client activities or requirement gather activities. We can also prepare within the team. Okay. So accountable is delegates work and is the latest one and is the last one to review the task or deliverable before it deemed completed. So if I'm assigning a task to developer and his responsibility is to complete that work. So who can be held accountable for that work?
Developer.
No,
Okay, what last?
developers is responsibility.
Responsible. Okay, okay. BA.
Accountable is a tech lead.
Okay, tech lead. Okay.
Okay, who delegates work and the last one to review.
Okay,
Okay,
the tech
he
lead
has
is.
to review the code and everything, right? So he is accountable for that particular task which is done by the developer.
Yes, yes.
Okay, who is consulted, provides input based on how it will impact their project work or their domain of the expertise. So working on a task is responsibility of a developer. Okay, reviewing accountability of that is a tech lead. Who can be consulted to complete the task?
BA.
BA.
Yes.
BA, right? Business analyst is a consultant. So I'm just taking this example to make you understand. Okay, but this will not be the case. We'll see another example also. Okay, BA will be the consulted
Okay.
person to complete the task. Okay, then comes informed. Needs to be kept in the loop on a project progress rather than roped into the details of each deliverable. So in this case, who will be informed?
Project manager or something like that.
Project manager, correct. So project manager will be come under informed category. So now you understand the concept of RACI matrix, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, Sai.
Yeah, Srikanth.
Okay. Now let's define what is each role in the RACI. Okay. Yeah, that is the same what we have discussed. Okay. Responsible. The team member does the work to complete the task. Every task need at least one responsible party. Okay. Accountable. This person delegates work and is the last one to review the task or deliverable before it deemed to complete. On some tasks, the responsible party may also the same as accountable one, just to assure that you have only one accountable person assigned to each task or deliverable. Okay. So in which case the responsible and accountable can be same.
Uh, like, can you repeat the question again? Sure.
So there would be some cases, okay, where accountable and responsible person is same.
I think Yes.
So when a task is
BA
done
will
by,
be
what does it say?
maybe BA will be the responsible and accountable for both uh, finishing the task, like from top to bottom, from the requirement gathering phase to till end of the product delivery. He will be accountable, and at the same
Yeah,
time, he will be responsible for the requirement gathering, all this
correct,
stuff.
correct. That is correct. Okay. So you understood, right?
Yes.
So consultant. Every deliverable is strengthened by review and consultation from more than one or team member. Okay. Consulted parties are typically the people who provide input based on either how it will impact their future project or the work of domain experts. So here BA will be the consulted person. Okay. Informed. These team members simply need to kept in loop or project progress rather than roped into the details of every deliverable. So as we discussed, PM would come under the informed person. Not only PM, if you have any senior manager or manager, okay,
Mm-hmm.
or product manager, those kind of person is also comes under informed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Now, see, you can ask, in interview, you might be asked, what is the difference between responsible and accountable? Okay. Sometimes both seems same, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, responsible is a task-oriented designation that applies to the person actually completing the work. The whole team can be responsible for execution of one task.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Accountable is an outcome-oriented designation that applies to a single person who reports on the work, whether the status updates or upon
Delay.
delivery. Being accountable means you must answer for and or sign off on the deliverable and deal with the consequences if it fails short of goals. Okay. So accountable and the difference between responsible accountable is, so accountable is, as mentioned, is a task oriented.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, responsible. Whereas accountable is,
Outcome.
uh, yeah, you will be held accountable for that particular result,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes.
Okay. So we'll see a sample of how to write the uh, RACI matrix. Okay. So this is how we'll do the RACI matrix. Okay. Here
Mm.
we'll put the stakeholder.
Srikanth, we ask. I can see only PPT. Yes. Now.
Okay.
Yes.
So this RACI matrix is prepared based on the team's activity, but whereas in general, project task would be stakeholder name here. It should be a stakeholder name. When we are doing RACI matrix for stakeholder analysis,
Mm-hmm.
okay, it should be a stakeholder name. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
you have to identify the stakeholders and make a note down here,
Okay.
and you have to put the activity here. Okay, put the activity here,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to segregate him whether he is responsible or whether he is accountable. Okay, or whether he is informed or whether he is consulted.
Consultant.
Okay, so this kind of this is the RACI matrix what we do at the project level.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now, okay, now let us take this uh, retail store example only. Okay, just we'll try to segregate who can be the so we'll identify who can be the stakeholders. Okay. Okay. So this is the use case, and let us try to identify the stakeholders. Okay, who will be the stakeholders in that particular retail store example?
Business analyst.
Okay.
Developers or
Developer.
No,
dev
no.
team.
Tell me
Okay.
stakeholders on the business perspective, from the business side. Business
Okay.
stakeholders, not the project stakeholder.
Okay.
Stakeholders.
The user who is uh,
And user.
Users.
Mhm.
a manager of their
Mm.
team or something where we interact and gather requirements.
Hmm.
Um, their testing
Billing.
team.
What's it? Billing.
Okay.
Any technical team if required.
Salesman or like salesperson. Okay. Check on the stocks. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So these people are enough to build a software,
Okay.
building software, right? So now we'll try to put them in the Racy. Okay. So yeah. So who could be the responsible for uh, giving you the requirements?
Manager.
Manager is responsible or accountable?
Sales team person who keep checks on stock.
Hmm.
Yes, last two, so person.
Hmm.
Out.
Building
Account.
person.
Hmm?
Building person will come.
Yeah.
Billing also.
Right. So all these are responsible to give the task as the head of departments, right? No, or else
Okay.
end user or something. Based on their role,
Hmm.
these people are responsible to give you the requirements. Okay.
Okay.
So who can be the accountable for that person?
Manager.
Manager.
Manager. Manager is the accountable. Okay. Who can be consulted?
Technical or testing team.
Testing team. Okay. Or if they have SME. Okay. SME, subject matter expert. Okay. Who can be informed?
Informed.
Head of the department or something like that.
Yeah.
Manager.
HOD or manager, store manager, or project head. project head in the business perspective. Okay. Okay. So all these people comes under informed. Okay. So responsibility of these people to give you the requirements. Okay. Manager will be the accountable for that requirement. Okay. Because you'll take sign off from him, from the manager only. Right.
Yes.
So testing team can be consulted, or subject matter experts can be consulted if you have any doubt on the requirement. So informed is you can keep them in loop, or you can keep them informed, stating this is the progress on the requirements gathering, or this is the progress on the project status. Okay. So now you understand how to do a RACI matrix, right?
Yes.
Sai?
Yeah, Srikanth.
Okay. So if possible, I will give you an exercise and prepare a RACI matrix in this format. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Sometime, sometime later today, I will try to send you guys an exercise.
Okay.
Okay. Fine. So, okay. So now you share your screen. We'll go through the
Yeah.
document.
Okay.
I'll stop recording also.